We're taking Texas to the west. Yeah, what a crowd. Do I look 70?
No, not at all.
I don't feel 70, I feel 17 in my mind.
Gary P. Nunn has been entertaining Texans for decades, but before he was belting out the outlaw country movement of the 70s, the young man born in Oklahoma, but raised in Texas, explored all sorts of music.
We kind of grew up on Roy Orbison and Buddy Holly, the Everly Brothers. Then we started singing Peter, Paul, and Mary. So wherever there's any music going on, I had to be in the middle of it.
Gary played in garage bands during his school years, but it wasn't until his days at Texas Tech that he got a shot with a real band.
I was playing with the Sparkles at that time, and the Sparkles were a very popular and well-known band in West Texas. And we actually, my first trips that I made down to the Austin area were with the Sparkles. We come down here, and I pretty much fell in love with Austin. I saw Barton Springs. I was like, that's where I want to be.
A chance to attend the University of Texas couldn't be passed up. But while in school, the Sparkles shined their way back into Gary's life. He traveled to California and was enjoying the musical lifestyle when reality hit. A draft notice promptly sent Gary back to school. At first, majoring in pharmacy was the plan. Then, education. Finally, Gary realized he was put on this earth to play music. He joined a few bands, but in 1971, the music scene in Austin started to change.
That's when Michael Murphy, Jerry Jeff, and those guys started coming to town, and I got gigs working with them. Because I was playing with Michael, and Willie asked me, he said, "Hey man, would you play bass? You like to play bass?" You know, and he didn't say let's rehearse or anything. He said, "I'll see you on the stage." It was funny because we opened up on a Monday night in Abilene, Texas, in a big concert hall. There was about 5 or 10 people in the audience. They used to sit way up there in the middle, you know, you could see them. And we did this show, and I didn't know any of Willie's material. I was just sitting in cold, and I was over here, and he plays over here. He always turns this way to play his guitar. So I couldn't see the neck of his guitar. So I was hitting every wrong note there was. He walked over at me at one point and said, "Don't worry about it, son. It doesn't mean a thing." And so, okay.
Gary grew as a musician, but never got into songwriting until one fateful day across the pond.
Well, I was always scared to write a song. You know, it's kind of like taking a final exam, you know. You want to put it off studying for it and doing it as long as you possibly can. But hanging out with Michael, who is really a disciplined and creative songwriter, I kind of learned the process. I didn't follow it, but I learned, you know, the possibility. I'd go ahead and let a few of my songs out, you know, just every once in a while let one out and see what kind of response I get. And, you know, I get good response. Oh, okay, you know, like Leonard Homesick Blues, a song about going home with the armadillos. I mean, how funky is that? But I didn't think anything about it. It's just an exercise in writing a song. Well, I had about a couple of weeks on my own, kind of stranded and hanging out by myself in London. I was lonesome and broke, and you know, I go out and walk on the streets of London or go down to Marble Arch Station and just walking around with my cowboy hat and my boots, you know, I attract a little bit of attention. And I go, "Hey, it's John Wayne. Hey, look, it's John Wayne." Or JR. "Hey, cowboy, where's yours?" So I was sticking out like a sore thumb. Anyway, it's you know, the whole thing has put me in this frame of mind where, and I had plenty of time on my hands one day. It was cold in this flat, and because the heat goes off in the morning and comes on in the evening. And I was looking out the window. It was one of those typical dreary, foggy, drizzly cold March days in London, foggy London. And I had these guitars. Well, it's cold over here, and I swear we should turn the heat on.
Where in the world is that English girl that I promised that I would meet on the 3rd floor? And of the whole damn lot, the only friend I've got is a smoke and a cheap guitar. My mind keeps roaming, my heart keeps longing to be home in a Texas bar. Right here in Fort Wayne. I wanna go home with the armadillo. Good country music from Amarillo and Abilene. And these people and the pretty women you've ever seen.
Every once in a while, someone will come. We were there that night, when you did Viva Terlingua, It was strange because the record had Jerry Jeff's name on it. It was Jerry Jeff Walker. It didn't say Gary P. Nunn. So I didn't really get to realize personally, what you get when you have a hit record. Most people, they make a whole reputation on the one first big hit that they have. Jerry Jeff, Mr. Bojangles, and Crazy Willie, or they say, well, he wrote this, he wrote that, and Robert Earl wrote Road Goes On Forever. They tag one song to you, then and the song makes them a star, and then they stay stars forever. But I missed that opportunity because the one that I had, the hit that I had had somebody else's name on it. So I missed out on that opportunity, and I had to drop back and punt. Didn't get to go from that point and move on. And so my career had to go back and start all over at one point, going back, just starting all over and start my own band, scared to death and not ever having been really up front, like your name is on it type of thing.
Feels like Texas to me. There ain't no place I'd rather be.
So Gary started his own record label and cranked out as many melodies made out to the Lone Star State as he could muster. 19 albums later, his songs are staples in any Texas music library.
It's been amazing, and I'm just so grateful that I've been able to make a life out of music, and that I'm still healthy and can still do it and maintain, sustained a career over a period of 30, 40 years.
There's guys your age just sitting at home on the couch, and you're hanging out till midnight, 1 o'clock still.
Closing the bar down.
Well, it started down in Texas more than 50 years ago. Bob was in the Playboy, putting on a show. North, south, east, west, every which way. The thing is getting bigger than the Lone Star State. We're taking Texas to the country. We're taking Texas to the world.
One of his latest and greatest hits, the fast-paced and fun Taking Texas to the Country.
That one is really doing well for me. That's another one of those good positive songs, the up tempo and uplifting and fun to do, and always gets really good response.
But nothing can top the one song that checks off every box when it comes to our great state.
You ask me what I like about Texas. I tell you it's so wide open spaces. It's everything between the Sabine and the Rio Grande. You see, I know it's the Caddo. It's the Brazos and the Colorado. It's the spirit of the people who share this land. It's another burrito. It's a cold Lone Star in my hand. It's a quarter for the jukebox boys play the sons of the mother loving Polkhouse Band.
My favorite song, I believe, is like What I Like About Texas. I mean, it's a good positive. You know, a lot of my songs kind of bluesy and heartbroken love songs and stuff like that. They've done well, but you know, as far as a good time, a good positive energy, good vibe type of song, you know, that's fun and it hits people in the heart and they really respond to it well. I'd have to say that's my favorite.
The sons of the mother loving bunkhouse band. Yeah, I can go to Broken Spoke for a little Friday night dance.
There's only one love greater than Texas in Gary's heart, and that's for his beautiful bride Ruth.
She's been a faithful and really I credit her a lot with my success because she had the discipline. She's Swiss, so she's got that Swiss discipline and work ethic and good business sense about her. That's she's kept me on the straight and narrow and kept me from making a lot of mistakes that I used to make before I got married. You know, letting money slip away from me and losing it, wasting it.
But you better not waste any time seeing this Lone Star State icon perform.
The idea of retiring is really appealing to me. You know. I'm starting to think about it. Just some things I'd like to do. You know, play more golf, ride more horses, and ski more, and travel and spend more time with my wife. You know, just catch up on visiting your friends and relatives. You know, and play more golf.
Play the sons of the mother loving bunkhouse band. Bunkhouse band. Well, you asked me what I like about Texas. Well, I can tell y'all, but we'd be here all night long. You say that's okay. You're not going anywhere. Texas are a bunch